Hey YouTube, welcome back to another video here on Nonconformist Eyewear. My name is Deborah Sawyer, and in today's video I wanted to just let you know who I am. So you might be wondering, who is she? Where she come from? Where did she come from? Who is she? So again, my name is Deborah Sawyer. That's my birth name, and I'm going to emphasize my last name Sawyer because that will be pertinent the more I get into this video. So thank you all for watching. Thank you for your support. Thank you to all our subscribers, new and old. So who am I and what do I do outside of this channel on Facebook? So I am a financial literacy educator. I'm not a financial advisor. So let me just emphasize that I am not a financial advisor. I'm a financial educator. I enjoy finance. I just enjoy it. I've always been pretty mindful of finance, although no one really sat me down and teach me about finance. I just happened to stumble across it and I just ran with it. But I got into financial education specifically for kids, young adults and women. My main focus is kids. And I got into it because, as I said, even though I'm very good with finance, at some point in my relationship, I found myself in a very tricky financial situation. And at the time, I had two young daughters. I still have young daughters. They're teenagers, 14 and 16. And I realized that my daughters had picked up many, many bad habits. So I had to fix it. Because, of course, financial education is not really taught at schools, particularly here in the UK, where I am anyway. So I took it upon myself to start working with my own daughters, which was probably about 4 or 5 years ago. And I just gave them chores, little things to do at home, and they get paid at the end of the month. And I saw that doing that and so many other things I did with them had a positive impact in terms of how they think about money, managing money, them managing their own money. So I have two daughters. They manage their money they get at the end of the month from their chores, and I also opened a bank account for them, their own bank accounts for them a few years ago. They already had bank accounts that I was managing, but I thought they'd reach an age where they could, and they did pretty well. They made mistakes. They're not there yet, but yeah, that's how I got into financial education for kids. And when I saw the positivity coming from what I was doing with my girls, I decided, I thought to myself, not decided, I thought, well, if my kids have learned all these bad habits, other kids out there surely must be learning the same things or something similar. But overall, majority of the kids we have these days don't know anything about finance, even adults. So when I saw the success with my own kids, I started speaking to parents, teachers, and the response was really positive that it's definitely needed. So far, since I started teaching financial literacy to kids, young adults and women, I have been able to reach and educate just over 300 children, and that's in the last 4 years. So the name of my business and brand is Sawyer's House. I'll leave it on the screen and in the description box. It's Sawyer's House. I am Googleable. Sawyer's House was set up 4 years ago. It's an LLC, or what we call here in the UK, Limited Liability Company, LTD. And it's my profit-making business. So that's what I do outside of YouTube. I also, 2 years ago, set up a foundation called Sawyer's House Foundation for Young Persons. Anything to do with my financial education really has Sawyer's House as part of the name, just to keep it uniform. So I started a foundation about 2 years ago because, again, at that point, I stumbled across a few things that kept coming up. And it is the fact that there are a lot of young people out there. I focus on 16 to 25-year-olds. There are a lot of young people out there who have skills, talents, knowledge outside of formal education, outside of formal educational subjects like maths, English, and science, and all those things, that they want to use those skills, or they don't even know they've got those skills, or those skills, they hide them because they don't get the support that they need from their family or friends, or there's peer pressure on them that having a skill or using your skill is not cool, or even the young person might feel it's not cool. So what I do under the foundation is to nurture and bring out that innate creativity in them, so that the goal and vision is that they'll be able to eventually turn that skill into an extra source of income or their main source of income. I know that definitely having formal education, higher education is very useful in this world, but there are young people out there who that's just not for them. Now, once these young people are working with me and I'm helping them to tease out and nurture those skills, which I believe everybody has, but particularly young people, they also have to learn how to manage their finance, because if they turn these skills into a source of income, they're going to make money from it. They need to know how to manage the money. So in comes my financial education again. So I have two businesses that I run: Sawyer's House, which is a limited company, and Sawyer's House Foundation for Young Persons, which is a social enterprise and it's a community interest company. So the company and organization, business and brand is specifically for the community. So those are the two businesses and brands I run, and that's really me in a nutshell. I'm 47, and like I said, I have two daughters who are 14 and 16. You can find me, like I said, if you want to know a bit more about me, what I do, and all of that great stuff. I will leave all the links to my other social media down below. So for both companies, I make sure that I have separate pages for them. I am most busiest and where I get the most engagement when it comes to financial education is on Facebook. So I'm on Facebook. So I have two accounts on Facebook for my financial education, Sawyer's House and the foundation. I also have two of the same accounts with the same name on Twitter. I just keep the name uniform. I also have two accounts on Instagram and one account on LinkedIn. So LinkedIn and Facebook seems to be my most busiest platforms for financial education, followed by Instagram, followed by Twitter, followed by YouTube. I also have a couple of YouTube channels for my financial education, but they don't seem to do very well. So back to the topic, back to what we do on here, nonconformist eyewear. This seems to be my YouTube channel that really is just picking up, and I'm so grateful like that it's going in that direction, because I've had the other YouTube channels for some time and they just don't seem to be picking up. It just probably just wasn't my luck with those channels, but this one is really doing well, and I'm super grateful that we're all engaging here. So that pretty much wraps it up about me. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the description box below. I'd love to hear from you. Most importantly, what do you do? Do you do anything else outside of YouTube? Or maybe you're one of those people that just has a YouTube account so you can check YouTube channels, but maybe you do something somewhere else on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, wherever else you do it. Leave at least one link to your social media if you do run a business, like if you're running a business or brand or something like that, because I'd love to follow, I'd love to check you out. I like to promote what other people do, and there may be people in the group as well who want to support you. Okay, so that pretty much wraps it up. I think, yeah, I'm squinting because I'm looking at the time at the bottom. So that's it. Leave a comment in the comment box. Subscribe, like, share, all of that great stuff that we do when we're on social media. Until next time, I'm out. All right, bye.